Political landscapes are changing in many countries across the world, as many of them are facing elections, changing leaders, and shedding years of political ideological baggages. While we have seen a recent change in leadership in UK, Italy, Brazil, these are to count a few, Israel is also witnessing a closely contested election. Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appeared well placed to return to power as exit polls following Tuesday's election showed his right-wing bloc heading for a narrow majority, lifted by a strong showing from his far-right allies. Now, Israel's longest-serving premier, on trial over corruption charges, which he denies, was poised to take a narrow majority of 61 or 62 of the Knesset's 120 seats. This is according to Israeli television exit polls. The margins appeared razor thin, as expected in the bitterly divided nation holding its fifth election in less than 4 years. But the early signs were positive for the veteran right-wing leader. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu declared it was a good start in a video broadcast by Israeli public broadcaster Kan 11, but added that exit polls were not the real count. Our final result is not expected until later in the week, and wrangling broke out immediately, with Netanyahu's Likud party warning of possible attempts to falsify the returns. Israel's fifth election in less than 4 years exasperated many voters, but turnout was reported at the highest levels since 2015. The campaign was shaken up by firebrand West Bank settler Itamar Ben-Gvir and his ultra-nationalist religious Zionism list, now poised to be the third largest party in parliament after surging in from the political margins. Now, until last year, Itamar Ben-Gvir was best known as a fringe Palestine-hating religious far-right provocateur, a settler in Kiryat Arba, one of the most radical settlements in the occupied West Bank, which is illegal under international law. Ben-Gvir has been convicted of incitement to racism, destroying property, possessing a terror organization's propaganda material, and supporting a supposedly terror organization. Now, Ben-Gvir also wants to expel disloyal Palestinian citizens of Israel. In August, a local radio station's online poll found that nearly two-thirds of Israel's population supports that proposal. Now, he looks set to become a key player in the country's fifth vote in less than 4 years. Well, it was announced that the time has come that we go back to being in charge of our country by Ben-Gvir, and he gave a speech which was punctuated by chants of death to terrorists from hundreds of cheering supporters. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu's record 12-year consecutive reign ended in June 2021 when centrist Yair Lapid and his coalition partner Naftali Bennett managed to stitch together an alliance that included an Arab party for the first time. Security on the streets and soaring prices topped the list of voters' concerns in a campaign which was triggered by defections from Prime Minister Lapid's unlikely ruling coalition of right-wing liberals and even Arab parties. The campaign was dominated by the outsized personality of Netanyahu, whose legal battles have fed the stalemate, blocking Israel's political system since he was indicted on bribery, fraud, and breach of trust charges in 2019. Lapid's camp was poised to take 54 to 55 seats, with his There Is a Future party coming in second largest in the parliament, according to the polls. Now, speaking to supporters at his party headquarters, Lapid stopped short of conceding the election and said he will wait until the final results were in. We have no intention to stop. That is what Lapid said. He said, we will continue to fight for Israel to be a Jewish and democratic, liberal and progressive state. He campaigned on his stewardship of the economy as well as democratic advances with countries including Lebanon and Turkey. But it was not enough to stop the right. So finally, it is expected that the results should be out sometime this week, and it will be clear who will be leading Israel into the future. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section and subscribe to India Today for more news updates.